भवतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। We'll chant the dhyana shlokas together, all of us together. Chant along with me. Om Mauna Vyakya Prakatita Para Dhamma Tattvam Yuvanam Varshishthante Vasat Rishiganai Avritam Brahmanishtai Acharyendram Karakalita Chinmudram Anandarupam Swatmaramam Muditavadanam Dhakshinamurti Ire Vatavitapi Samipe Bhumi Bhage Nishannam Sakalat Munijanana Jnanadhataramara Tribhuvana Guru Nisham Dhakshinamurti Devam Janmarana Dukkha Cheta Daksham Namami Chitram Vatataror Mule Vriddha Shishya Gurur Yuva Gurustu Maunam Yakyanam Shishyastu Chinna Samshayaha Nidhaye Sarva Vidyanam Vishaye Bhavaroginam Gurave Sarva Lokanam Dhakshinamurtaye Namaha. Om Namah Pranavataya Jnanaikamurtaye Nirmalaya Prashantaya Dhakshinamurtaye Namaha. Chidghanaya Maheshaya Vatamula Nivasine Satchidanandarupaya Dhakshinamurtaye Namaha. Angushtatarjani Yoga Mudra Vyajena Dehinam Shrutyatham Brahma Jivaikyam Darshayanno Vatachivaha. Ishvaro Gururātmeti Murti Veda Vibhagine Vyomavatyartadehaya Dhakshinamurtaye Namaha. Vishvam Darpana Drishyamana Nagari Tulyam Nijantargatam Vishyannatmani Mayaya Bahirivo Bhutai Yatha Nidraya Yasakshat kurute prabodha samaye Svatmanamevadvayam Tasmai Śrī Gurumurtaye Namaidam Śrī Dakṣināmūrtaye Bijasyantarivāṅkuro jagavidam prāṅnirvikalpam punaha Maya kalpita deshakalakalana vaichitrya chitrikritam Vaichitrya chitrikritam Mayaviva vijrambhayatyapi maha yogiva yasvechaya Satyapi Maha Yogiva Yasvechaya Tasmai Shri Gurumurtaye Namayidam Śrī Dakṣināmūrtaye. Mayavi Iva Mahayogi Iva, like a magician, like a great Siddha Mahayogi. Like that, Ishvara Brahma Svechaya Vijrumbhayati manifests on its own accord, meaning independent of any other agency factor. And Bhagavan manifests this Idam Jagat, which was Prak Nirvikalpam. Before creation it was unmanifest, undivided, undifferentiated. And then Punaha Vijrumbhayati, Srishti Kale, at the time of Srishti manifestation, Bhagavan Ishvara manifests all this. And this Jagat is Maya Kalpita Deshakala Kalana Vaichitriya Chitrikritam. All right. All the Srishti is because of this Maya Shakti. Therefore, that Maya is Mithya, therefore Jagan Mithya, Brahma separately. Now there is a question, how can you say that Bheda Jagat is Mithya? How can you say when there is experience, Anubhava being there? We experience the world through all our sense organs, and not only me, one person, every other person too. Every living being experiences this world. How do you say that this is Mithya? We say Anubhava is one thing, reality is another question. Anubhava, the intimacy of experience, does not prove the reality of a thing, of the experienced. There are quite a number of examples which we know, like dream. Dream is very intimate, it is anubhuta, but we know that it is not real. In spite of being anubhuta, it is not real. It is not that all that is anubhuta is like dream. There is waking also. But there is difference in order of reality. Waking is generally vyavaharika and dream is generally pratibhashika. There is difference in reality. Even though waking also is anubhuta, yet that it does not mean that it is paramarthika. Paramarthika is satyam. Satyam is abaditam. That alone is satyam. Whereas the waking undergoes sublation. There is a time when the waker is not there. In dream there is no waker. In sleeper there is no waker. Therefore, waker is also only a state for the jiva, and it is not the swarupa of the jiva. And so too the waking world also is not there in dream, in sleep it is not there. So therefore, there is no problem in understanding the Jagrat Prapancha as Mithya. Okay? In spite of Anubhava, it is Mithya. So as we know, Anubhava is not the Karana, the Hetu for proving the reality of a thing. We saw three, right? Continuity, intimacy of experience, then usefulness. These are not hetus, reasons to prove the reality of an entity. The reality we know only when it is abadita. Okay. What is subject to bada is mithya. Okay. Therefore, prapancha is mithya. There is no problem. Right? Anubhava is not the issue here. Anubhava is not the reason to prove the Satyatva. Then another question is here. You say Jagat is Brahma Vivartam. Brahmani Vivarta, you say. In other words, you say that Ishvara is the Jagat Karanam. And Ishvara is not only the maker, you say Ishvara is also the Upadanam also. That is material also. Now, my question is, in the Karya, in the effect, we see the Karanam, the material cause we see. Like in Ghata, the Karya, we see Mrit, the Karanam is seen. The material cause has to be there, has to be perceived, has to be seen in the Karya. Then only it's a material cause. Otherwise it may be the maker or some other cause may be. But the material is seen in the Karya. Now Ishvara is the material also, Upadanam also. Now the question is, in Ghata I see Mrit. But in this Prapancha, where is Ishvara? Where is God here? I see only Ghata-pata only, mountain I see, tree I see, cow I see, man I see, woman I see, grass I see, bird I see, but no God. I don't see Ishvara. When that is the case, when that being so, how do you say that Ishvara is the Upadanam for this Jagat? How do you say so? Is a question. No, this is not a niyama. That the material cause should be there in its original form in the Karya is not a niyama. Right? In the case of Parinama, changing, the original material cause does undergo a change and it is not seen in the same form. Like in the case of milk turning into curd, we don't see the milk anymore in the curd. But yet we don't have any problem in seeing and understanding that milk is the cause for the curd. We don't have any problem. Also in the case of Bija and Ankura, seed and the sprout, after a while the seed just disappears. Seed dust is not there anymore. The two halves of the seed, right? It is there for a while, but then after some time the seed is not there in the sprout. And when it definitely in the plant, in the tree, the seed part is not there. The seed from which the plant came, that seed is not there. Therefore, it is not a rule that the Karana must be seen in the Karya if there is a Parinama. Alright. So there is no Niyama. That is one. Even in the case of Bija Ankura, the Bija is not seen. In the case of milk curd, the milk is not seen. You see the curd alright, not the milk. This is only a Avantara answer. This is not the main answer. We do accept that the Karana Vastu is there in the Karya. In the case of Bija and Ankura, the Bija has transformed into the Ankura. What do you mean by Parinama? Swarupa Parityaga is Parinama. Right? The Bija gives up its form to develop into as the sprout. If the Bija does not give up its form, where is the question of sprout growing from the seed? Therefore, in the case of Parinama, the Karana Vastu undergoes modification. Like in the Bija Ankura, like in milk and curd. But, nevertheless, the Karana Satta alone is the Karya Satta. The Sat, the isness of the Bija is now seen in the Astitva, isness of the sprout. The isness is because of the Karana Vastu alone. Without the Karana Vastu being there, there is no Karya coming into being in the case of Parinama. And in the case of Vivarta, definitely we see the Karana Vastu. Like in the Mrit Gata, the mritika is seen. In the case of wave and water, in the wave we do see water. Water is there in the wave. In the vivarta, Karanavastu is definitely seen. And this Jagat is Brahma Vivarta, we can say. Then where is Ishvara in this world? We say as Asti Bhati. As every Asti, the Astitvam of every object, that Astitvam is the Sat of Sat Brahma, Sat Ishvara alone. And the Chetana, the living beings, right, they are awareful, they are sentient. And that sentiency is from Chaitanya Chit alone. Right? Aham Bhami, I shine as the knowing entity. And this knowing capability, this sentiency is from Chit Brahma, Chit Atma only. And therefore, that Sat Chit Swarupa of Ishvara Atma Brahma is definitely in living beings. And in the inert objects, there is Astitva. Gataha Asti, right? Table Asti. Parvataha, mountain Asti. Man Asti. Girl, child Asti. Asti ityeva upalabdhavyaha. Everything is perceived, understood as Asti, Asti, Asti. The isness of all of them is from the Brahmatma only. And the inert objects are capable of being revealed, being seen, being cognized. The revealability, the knowability of the objects are there. And that is because of this Chit only. Chit Prakasha only. That it becomes known. Gata, Akara, Vritti is there. Right? Gata is known as the Gata Akara Vritti. That Gata Akara Vritti is nothing but Chaitanya only. Gata seen in the form of Vritti, Gata Akara Vritti. That is Bhati, Gataha Bhati. When I say Gataha Bhati, the pot shines, it is not that the pot is radiating light. It only means that I know the pot, I see the pot. That means to say that in me, the Drashta, there is the Gata Akara Vritti is there. This is the Bhanam of the Vastu. This is the Bhati, Gataha Bhati. The pot shines, pot is revealed, pot is known. So, as in every object we see the Asti and Bhati is there. This is Sat and Chit Swarupa of Brahmatma only. And therefore, in the Jagat also, as Asti Bhati Ishvara is there. So, therefore there is no problem here. Even the Jagat also, there is Ishvara as the Asti Bhati of all beings. And therefore, Karana can be appreciated. The Karana Vastu Ishvara can be appreciated in the Prapancha as the very Satta Spurti. Satta and Spurti of all entities. Not only the gross objects, with reference to gross object there is Satta Spurti, even with reference to the Sukshma Vastu also, like a thought, like an idea, like an experience, that also, in that also there is Asti Bhati. Aham Drashta Asmi. Aham Drashta Bhami. In the Satta and the Spurti of Drashta, there also there is this Brahmatma as Sat and Chit. And therefore, there is no problem. Alright. Therefore, and if Ishvara were to be seen in this world as an entity, okay, as an entity separate from the worldly objects, is that the meaning of this question? Where is Ishvara in this world? What is the meaning of the question? Where is Ishvara in the world? Right? So we say, where is clay in the pot? No. Everywhere in the clay. Everywhere in the pot there is clay. Where is water in the well? Everywhere. But then that is visual, alright. But I don't see Ishvara with my eyes. Who says Ishvara you can see with eyes? Who said so? The eyes cannot. Ishvara is revealed through the Shruti alone, and it is understood through the Asti and Bhati of that. Of the Asti and Bhati of all the worldly entities. The eyes can reveal only forms, only colors. So, through the revealed objects, in the revealed objects, the Asti and Bhati is understood. We don't see Ishvara with our eyes. No. What about great devotees, bhaktas, seeing Ishvara with their own eyes? Yes, but then that appearance, that seeing Ishvara is only limited. That also is Vyavaharika. That is because of their own tapas or the punya, Ishvara manifests, and then Ishvara, the form, goes away. But then that is also anitya. That visualizing, seeing Ishvara in dream, because of tapas, because of punya, that form is not the final description of Ishvara. That also is anitya only. Any sighting Ishvara, apparition, see Ishvara appeared before me in some form, etc. That's also anitya only. It's not the final form. And that is because of punya, one's own punya, tapas, etc. And therefore, Ishvara, when the question is there, where is Ishvara in this world, right? We see names and forms, but the truth of the names and forms is understood. We understand that through the Shruti Pramana, we understand that it's Ishvara. And also, Ishvara is not separate from me, the Drashta, Anubhavita, right? If Ishvara were other than me, then I have to see. I may think that I have to see Ishvara as an object. How do I know that? How do I know that there is a gata? No? I see, I touch, right? So, here this gata is other than the gata, the drishya is other than me, the drashta, the seer. Therefore, there is a need for the drashta to employ a pramana like eye, etc. to see the gata. Only on seeing the gata or touching the gata, I know the existence of this thought. So here gata is other than the drashta, the seer. But Ishvara is not other than the seer. The Shastra, Shruti does not say that. Ishvaraha jivat bhinnaha, it does not say. Right? Jivarupena, anena jivarupena, anena atmana jivarupena pravishya, etc. It says. So, Ishvara alone is in the form of jiva, and therefore this jiva is not separate from Ishvara. And that jiva is self-revealing, self-evident. Atma, I know that I am. Okay? There is no question of, no doubt about my own existence, my being. There is no doubt at all. And therefore, if only Ishvara is presented as other than the jiva, other than the Atma, then there is a need to prove the existence of the Ishvara through eyes and ears, etc. But here, I am, Ishvara is manifest as me, and therefore I am existing, there is no doubt. Therefore, it is Svaprakasha Ishvara, and therefore, if only Ishvara were other than anything, then we have to prove the existence of Ishvara. But I am Ishvara, you are Ishvara, Sarvam Brahma, and therefore it is the very fact that I am proves that Ishvara is. Okay. I am means Ishvara is. This is the Shruti points out this. Shruti reveals that Ishvara is non-separate from you, the Jivatma. And therefore, that I am is the proof that there is Ishvara. Alright. So therefore the Shruti, what the teaching says, Brahma Satyam, Jagan Mithya, etc. and Sarvam Brahma, Sarvam Atma, that stands. Alright. And also we remember that it's all connected to Purushartha. Purushartha Siddhi. This is the unto that Ishvara, unto that Ishvara, Tasmai Śrī Gurumurtaye Śrī Dakṣināmūrtaye idam namaha. So that the word Tasmai in this shloka refers to Ishvara here, Tatpada Vachya, who is presented as Dakshinamurti and who manifests as Gurumurti, who reveals the nature of Dakshinamurti as the creator, etc. of the Prapancha, and that the Prapancha is non-separate from Ishvara, and to that Gurumurti and to Dakshinamurti, who is Ishvara, who is Brahma, Namaha. My appreciation, my appreciation in understanding, that is Namaha. Here this Namaha is not Dvaita Rupa Namaskara, Dvaita based Namaskara. Namaskara can be, I am the worshipper, I am the praying individual, I am praying to Ishvara. There the Upasaka, the prayerful person, may see a difference. I am different from what I pray to whom I pray. But here this Namaha here, Idam Namaha here is not in the form of Dvaita, but in the form of Abheda. Abheda Rupa Namaskaraha. Abheda Jnana Rupa Namaskaraha. This is it. Alright. So in this shloka, these ideas are indicated. Ishvaraha is the Abhinna Nimitta Upadana Karanam. By saying Bijasya Ankuraha Iva through the Drishtanta, and also Svaichaya Vijrumbayati etc. through that. Svaichaya means Ishvara is the Nimitta Karanam. Then Bijasya Ankuraha Iva through the Drishtanta. So we understand that Ishvara is the Upadanam also. Alright. Then further, the second point here is Jagat is Brahma Vivartam. Not Brahma Parinama, but Brahma Vivartam. Brahmani Vivartam is the Brahma Vivartam. Vivarta in Brahma. Like our Sarpa is Vivarta in the rope, like wave is Vivarta in the water, so too Jagat is Vivarta in Brahma. And the third aspect, as we saw, it is Vivartavada and the Satkaryavada. This is the aspects here, connected aspects. Alright, now we move to the third shloka. So in the first shloka, Jiva, the Jiva Swarupa, Yaha Sakshat Kurute, Swatmanam Advayam Sakshat Kurute. The Jiva Swarupa was indicated, and in the second shloka, Ishvara Tattva was discussed. And also in the first verse, Prapancha Mithyatva was there. In the second shloka, Ishvara Karanatva for the Jagat. Jagat has Ishvara as its Karana. Ishvara Karanatvam for the Jagat is indicated. Let us mention. Now the third shloka. Yasyaiva spuranam sadatmakamasat kalpartadham bhasate. Sakshat tattvamasiti veda vachasa yo bodhayatyashritan. Yat sakshat karanat bhavenna punara vrittir bhavam bho nidhavu. Tasmai Śrī Gurumurtaye Namayidam Śrī Dakṣināmūrtaye. sadatmakamasat kalparthagam bhasate. Yes. And the next one. Sakshat tattvamasi veda vachasa yo bodhayatyashritan. Yat sakshat karanat bhavenna punara vrittir bhavambho nidhau. Tasmai Śrī Gurumurtaye Namahidam Śrī Dakṣināmūrtaye. Yasya eva sadatmakam. Sadatmakam is one word. Yasya eva sadatmakam spuranam asat kalparthagam. That is one word. Asat kalpa arthagam bhasate. Sakshat tattvamasi iti veda vachasa yaha bodhayati ashritan. Bodhayati ashritan. Yat sakshat karanat bhavet na punaravrittihi bhavambho nidhau. That bhavambho nidhau is one word. Bhava ambha ambho nidhi. Bhava ambho nidhi nidhau. And then tasmai Śrī Gurumurtaye namayidam Śrī Dakṣināmūrtaye. Anvaya. Yasya eva sadatmakam spuranam. Oh, yeah. Yasya eva sadatmakam spuranam asatkalparthagam bhasate. Kama. Then yaha, second line. Yaha ashritan tat tvam asi iti veda vachasa sakshat bodhayati. Kama. Then third line. Yat sakshat karanat bhavambho nidhau punaravrittihi na bhavet. Kama. Tasmai Śrī Gurumurtaye Śrī Dakṣināmūrtaye idam namaha. Anvaya once again. Yasya eva sadatmakam spuranam asatkalparthagam bhasate. Kama. Yaha ashritan tat tvam asi iti veda vachasa sakshat bodhayati. Kama. Yat sakshat karanat bhavambho nidhau punaravrittihi na bhavet. Tasmai Śrī Gurumurtaye Śrī Dakṣināmūrtaye idam namaha. This shloka can be seen as talking about the identity between Jivatma and Paramatma, Jiva and Brahma, or Jiva and Ishvara. That in other words, the Asi Padam in the Tattvamasi Mahavakya. it can be looked upon in this way. The very word sentence is there, Tattvamasi, is very much is there. And the identity between Jiva and Ishvara is pointed out here. Alright. Now, Prapancha is changing. Yes, keeps on changing. Things in the world, everything keeps on changing. Some things change fast and some things undergo change very slowly. Like a mountain, it seems to be the same. The sun seems to be the same. But science tells us that they also undergo change. Small, infinitesimal change. Small change is there. That is not perceived. You don't see the change. Suppose I keep on sitting motionless without any movement, right? Then it may look that I am not changing. Maybe externally I may not be changing, but what's happening inside? Oh, 12:30 lunch. What is there for lunch today? Yesterday there was something maybe there. How would you know that what is going on inside? You wouldn't know. So even though then I'm hiding my hands, okay? I look motionless, but I am wagging my finger. You don't know that. Not perceivable. Change is there. Changing. The world is changing, yes. Nobody can deny that. And therefore it is anitya, yes. No problem. That much no problem. But why do you say that this is asat? Okay. The world is changing, it is anitya, acceptable to us. But you say asat, that is not acceptable to us. Because I see you, meaning I am different from you, therefore Dvaitam is there, difference is there. Difference being there, and this difference is Pramana Prapta. I see you with my eyes. I touch the table with my hand. This is Sparsha, Pramana it is. Pramana Praptam idam Dvaitam. How do you say that? This is Asat. We say the Pramana that we use, Pratyaksha, Anumana, the Laukika Pramanas that we use, they have their own scope. Eye reveals color, form, yes. But eyes do not reveal Satyatva of an entity. The truth, the reality, the nature of reality, eyes do not reveal. Eyes reveal what it can reveal. The sky appears blue, yes, because of some process, light, the sunlight undergoing scattering and in the atmosphere, and therefore looking from the earth it looks blue generally. It looks blue, yes. That's how the light is scattered, and eye is able to perceive that blue light, and therefore sky appears blue. But eye is not the pramana to establish, to say that the sky is blue. Right? We need science for that. Sky is not blue. For that we need science. Sitting on earth, I need science. If I go into the antariksha in space, then I will see with my own eyes, I will see there is no blueness. Okay. Even then, when I look at the earth from space, suppose I look for earth from the Mars, suppose I go in the Mangalyaan, okay? Suppose the Mars vehicle, India, the space research, they sent a vehicle to the Mars, okay? Suppose I look at from Mars, or from, say, I look at the earth from the moon, still the thin blue line, okay? The atmosphere is visible, can be seen. From a height of say 500 kilometers, 1000 kilometers, I can see a thin blue line. There is a program, a wonderful program in the BBC high definition TV. Okay? If you get an occasion, you download, you must see this. Of course, BBC gives a lot of wonderful programs. This is the wonders of the solar system. A 6-part or 7-part serial was there. Wonderful, excellent, really eye-opener. So many details, so much fantastic things, wonderful things in the solar system, in the different planets and their satellites also. Right? There the narrator is a professor. Okay? He says the atmosphere is very thin. Okay? The atmosphere covering the earth is very thin. Thickness is very, very thin. So it says thin blue line. That's all. It's a line. When you look at it from a distance, the atmosphere is only a line. And we are here because of that atmosphere. Minus that thin line, life is just impossible. It protects us. It has oxygen that we need every breath we need. And it takes our exhalation, it takes it. And it protects from the ultraviolet and infrared radiations, right? And then rays, various harmful rays are there, harmful for the body. The atmosphere protects. Thin line, okay? It is there, you see it blue, the line you see blue, all right, because of the scattering of light. But then we know that space is not blue in color. If I go into space, I see. Or somebody goes, takes photographs and then comes back and says that space is not blue. Right? I have paroksha jnana. Through science I know. But then eyes do not say so. Eye says that sky looks blue during broad daylight normally. So eyes are not the pramana for proving the reality of something. I see maru marichika, mirage water, I see. Eye reports that there is something like water. In fact, the eyes do not say that there is water. It does not say. It says there is something reflecting. That's all it says. I conclude that there is water, right? It is me, the seer, from what the eye reports to me, I conclude that there is water. Eyes do not say that there is water there. There is something, some reflection, that's all. That's all the eye reports. And with reference to a sky also, eyes do not say that the sky is blue. The eyes do not say that. The eyes only say that sky looks blue, that's all. It looks blue, that's all it says. It is me, the seer, who conclude from what the eyes report that it is so, it is blue. There is mirage water. The problem is not with the eyes, the problem is with the me, one who concludes from what the eye reports. That way, pramana does not tell lies. Okay? Pramana does not mislead me. It is my hasty, incorrect conclusion that is a problem, not the pramana. Okay? So, pratyaksha, etc., any of these pramanas are only in their own scope. They do not reveal the satyatva, that is abhaditatva, they cannot reveal. Alright. Later on, suppose I see the sky as blue from here, and suppose I go into space, then the pratyaksha that I see from here is the sky appears blue. Okay? And when I go into space, the sky appears black. That's what the eye says. But then by anvaya vitireka, through reasoning, I understand that the sky is black, but really it appears blue on earth. It appears blue. Okay? So, that the sky is black is balavat pratyaksha. Balavat is stronger pratyaksha, whereas the sky is blue, sky appears blue, is pratyaksha all right, but it cannot be concluded that sky is blue. That is a weaker pratyaksha. The balavat pramana wins. The sky is blue, the sky looks blue is answered, understood adequately. Again, through science, I understand that why when the sky is not blue, it appears blue. Science explains to me, and it is understandable. And they demonstrate also, right? So it is understandable. Therefore, the sky is not blue is balavat. Maybe it may be pratyaksha for me. Even if I do not see, I do not go to space and see, science tells me, right? With the proper data, with proper reasoning and all that facts it says, then that becomes balavat. Even though I do not see the space as black, as dark, I do not see with my eyes, but it is paroksha, all right, but yet it becomes balavat. Than what I see aparoksha, or not aparoksha, pratyaksha see. So, it is not a rule that pratyaksha is balavat. There is no rule. There is no rule. Pratyaksha is stronger. There is no rule at all. Sky appears blue. That is pratyaksha. And then sky is not blue is paroksha for me. But that is stronger. Paroksha is stronger. There is no rule that pratyaksha is stronger. There is no rule at all. Abaditam is stronger here. What undergoes bada is weaker. That's all. Therefore, there is no rule with respect to pramana. So, that way, eyes only report color, shape, etc. But we now know that even with reference to color, eyes can trick. Eyes can play trick. What is red, it may show up as pink. In the presence of other background colors, I see red as pink. I am very sure that it is pink. But then when I cut out the other background colors, I see red. There it is red. Okay. Eyes deceive. It's not that the eyes are deceiving. To the eye it appears. In the background it appears this way. That's all eyes report. It is me who conclude that it is red. It is not. It is pink. It is me who conclude that. So the pramanas can reveal only their own scope, what is within their scope, and that the prapancha is satyam or otherwise is not proven by any of these pramana. It is not within their scope. That the world is changing is pratyaksha. It is, we see that, but the world is asat, and in other words, mithya, that is not known through our other pramanas. Yes, we may have reason. That which changes. Yat vikari that mithya. That reasoning is based, we take from the Shruti, from the strength of the Shruti alone, we can take. And the world is definitely not pratibhashika, right? It is not like marumarichika, it is vyavaharika. Therefore, that the world is mithya, anirvachaniya, kalpita is only we know from the Shruti, we know. And we employ our faculty of reasoning properly, and then we understand that yes, it is so. And our faculty, our reasoning, we employ, in that we subject our own conclusions also under the same microscope. What the Shruti says and what I think, what is my idea, what is my conviction, what is my belief, what is my faith, and what I have borrowed from somebody else, and that has become my idea now. I have to subject under the microscope of vichara. I cannot do only this Shruti, put Shruti under microscope. First I have to put my idea, my opinion also under the same microscope of vichara. I have to subject my own thinking, my own ideas. Without that it is always partial. I assume that my ideas are real and I have to validate Shruti in the light of my ideas. Okay. That's not a correct vichara. That is not a proper analysis. That is not methodical. Okay. Therefore, I have to subject, first I have to be ready to subject my own thinking, my own ideas, my own beliefs also under the scanner. Okay. Alright. So the Shruti very clearly points out that this is Vacharammanam, Vikara, and very methodically, very precisely, very thoroughly the Shruti points out that this is Vak, this is Namarupa only. Prapancha is Namarupa only. And the stuff, the content, the truth of it is Sat Brahma, it says. So that I can do inquiry, vichara into that, and at the same time, parallelly, I have to look into my ideas also. Okay. So I have concluded that this is Satyam, I have to subject that. Is this Satyam? Not with the conclusion I have to look at that, but with that openly I have to look, open mind and look at, is it so? I think that this is Satyam. Is that true? Is my conclusion true? My idea true? We have to subject that. Alright. So, our analysis will reveal very clearly that our inquiry with the help of the Shruti will reveal that definitely it is Mithya, it is Anirvachaniya. Alright. We'll stop here. We will continue this. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Sishyate Om Shanti Shanti Shanti.